Sandeep, Jackson, Naeem, Mohammed and Fadi. Is my voice perfectly okay now? Okay, cool. Fine. Okay. Fine. So today we are going to do a case study on Canon. Okay. This case study is on Canon, and you know Canon is a company which sells camera, right? They sell camera, right? You might have heard about it before. You might have heard the name of the company. Okay. So we are going to wait for 2 minutes, and if others are not joining in 2 minutes, then we are going to start with the class. Okay. And since it has been started 5 minutes late, so I'm going to extend the class for 5 minutes. Okay. So just wait for 2 minutes. Let others join the class, and if they are not joining it in 2 minutes, we are going to get started. Okay. So just relax for 2 minutes. Fine. Fadi, Mohammed, Tariq, Naeem, Jackson and Sandeep. Is it here? Good. Okay. Yes. Okay, sure. Naeem is saying something. Yes, Naeem, what are you saying? If you share. What do you want me to send, Naeem? What do you want me to send? Let's start the class. Naeem? What do you want me to send? Okay. So a Canon case study. An independent research organization recently examined the work practices of 1,501 companies in 6 countries. They found that disorganized work practices, if the work practices are disorganized within an organization. Okay, fine. I got it. Unit 2. Fine. I'm going to send it to the coordinator and she's going to send it to you. Fine. I'll surely do the same today itself after the class. Okay, so if the work practices are disorganized within an organization, it wastes a lot of time, right? You're most welcome. Equivalent to, and it has been, you know, they might have researched on that, they might have done a survey on that, and based on that results of that survey, they have came to the conclusion that time wasted if the organization is disorganized is equal to an average of 98 working days each year for every person employed. So every person who is employed within an organization, and if the organization is disorganized, the person himself is disorganized, okay, in that case they waste 98 days in a year. Can you imagine? In terms of employee productivity, the UK came out the worst. On average, people are working effectively for only 48 of the time. Okay, poor organization was largely responsible. So it's not like, you know, only employees are responsible for you know, like less productivity. It's the environment which prevails under a business organization that is also responsible directly or indirectly for the poor performance of an employee. Okay, and sometimes, you know, systems are not adequate, communication channels are not adequate. Owing to that, they may suffer a loss in terms of, you know, productivity, right? Prominent within the poor organization were inadequate systems for managing information and communication. Now, ICT, information and communication technology, help modern organizations to be better organized and to meet their objectives more effectively. See, every day, I'm just giving you a genuine example from day-to-day life, simple example. Like every day, you know, they come up with a new phone. Earlier, you know, you must be remembering that earlier, like 10 years back, we used to, not 10, but yeah, 10 years back, we used to use Windows XP, right? Then we switched to Windows 7, and then came Windows 8. So every day technology is getting better. This example is obviously from the computer field. Yeah, good evening, Abdul. But yeah, there are so many examples. Every day they come up with a new software, with a new Windows software. Every day they are coming. They are going to come with a new technology in every sphere. Okay, and that is surely better than the last one, more effective than the last one, and that's why systems are being upgraded in an organization, especially in MNCs, because there are so many MNCs in race, so many companies in race, and if they are not improving themselves as the technology is advancing, they won't be able to stay in the race, right? They won't be able to stay in the race. So that's why they upgrade themselves, and once they upgrade themselves, when it comes to a software or something else, they upgrade their employees too by training them, right? And see, every day new technology is going to come. Companies have no option other than like adopting to it. And if they are not adapting adopting to it, what is going to happen? They won't be able to stay in the race, right? And nowadays they actually look for people who can who can be quick, who have got the quick grasping power. Why? Because they know that new technology will be there, and they need to train the employees for that once they have implemented that in their company with the changing needs of the customers. So if they are quick in grasping something, it won't take much time. No time will be wasted. Okay, right? So that's why this is the criteria for selection. This is being mentioned, and they take several tests for the same as well when you go for the selection criteria. If you like think about selection criteria seriously, like the test which they take, they also try to judge whether how good you are at grasping something, right? What is the reason? Reason is obviously information and communication technologies, they advance like anything. Okay, and every day they are going to come up with a better thing. So in that case, what is going to happen, if they have employees who are good at grasping, obviously it will be productive for the company. Fine, is this much clear? Good ICT solutions. ICT means information and communication technologies solutions enable an organization to handle much larger quantities of information and other resources, achieve much higher accuracy levels. See, if they have come up with a new software, like you might have heard the name of the software Solaris, right? Now, suppose the company earlier was using ERP, but now they have upgraded to Solaris. So they might have get the report from the market that the Solaris is better in computation as compared to ERP. ERP might be having some cons, right? So when they come up with the new software, the scientists, they just make sure the cons which were there in the earlier software, they are not being repeated. Okay, that has to be rectified, the previous error which was there. So obviously if they implement a new software, obviously less mistakes will be made, right? Because when scientists design something new, obviously it will be better than the old one. It won't repeat the faults of the last stuff. Okay, it's okay, Abdul. It's okay, Abdul. Today we are doing a case study on Canon. Okay, how the companies which adapt the changing technology fast, they actually do well. This is the actually gist point of this case study. Okay, so we are dealing with the Canon. They they are actually deal with the cameras. So this is my case study, and I have already told you what is the gist point of the case study. Now, reduce the cost of all, and microprocessors which they use in computers and laptops. Every time they're going to come up with a new one, and it would be able to store more information than the last one, right? It will have that capability, right? Right, everyone, or not? Reduce the costs of all their processes, improve the services offered to internal and external customers. Obviously, if they have very advanced technology, some company, and if the employees are well trained on that, okay, then obviously customers will be more satisfied. They'll get the improved services and they'll be more satisfied. This case study illustrates ways in which organizations like school and businesses can become more efficient by integrating their ICT, that is information and communication technologies efforts. This may well require them to call on the services of an integrated ICT provider who can help such organizations to control costs and to reap the benefits of utilizing. See, once they actually utilize some system, okay, they get professionals from that same company who train them on that. Do you know that? Okay, so they train them on that, and because if some new software is implemented, obviously even managing director won't know how it works. So they need professionals who have designed them, who are trained on them to train other people. Okay, so they come to the companies, and they train everyone. Okay, they try to sort out their issues they might be facing. Okay, and they also help the companies in reaping the full benefits of that new system. Okay. Schools can benefit directly by using modern information management systems that save and release staff time. Society also stands to gain. Students who become familiar with good information management practices while at school are better equipped to become effective members of the workforce of the future. Is the first clear to everyone? Sandeep, Jackson, Naeem, Mohammed, Abdul, Kelvin and Fadi. Fine. No questions for me? Now, what you people have to do, you have to read it from here till integrated, and then I'm going to scroll it down, okay, so that you can read the remaining parts of this, and then we are going to jump to the next page. Fine, Farooq, Sadiq, Kelvin, Abdul, Mohammed, Naeem, Jackson and Sandeep. So just read it on your own to get the better understanding of this. And once you are done, just type done in the chat box. What kind of pictures are you talking about? This is not all pictures. This case study, the gist point of this case study is, how they actually upgrade themselves in terms of technology to meet the customer demands. See, this is not a slide. This is a case study. I have just pasted it, okay, so that you can see it well, because fonts are better here. If I'm going to put the document, fonts here are a bit small, so I haven't uploaded the slide. Rather, I have pasted it here. Okay. Is it clear, Muhammad Tariq? This is how we do, right? This is how we do case studies. See, actually, as far as case studies are considered, they are quite big, So, if I'm going to feed it in a PPT, I won't be able to, put much stuff in one slide. You cannot see anything on the board other than Muhammad Tariq. Are others able to see the board properly? Muhammad Tariq, I guess there is some issue at your end. Why don't you re-log in again? Just re-log in again. And others, once you are done till integrated way, just type done in the chat box so that I can scroll it down. Okay. Muhammad Tariq, are you able to see the board properly now? Is everyone done till integrated? Done till integrated? Should I scroll it down? Okay, cool. Now read the remaining parts of this, and then I'm going to switch to the next part, from schools to the future. Okay, done. Let's switch to the next page. Now let's do the second part of this. Okay, the Canon story. Now let's see how it was founded and when it was being founded. Canon was founded in Japan. So this is a Japan-based company. Okay, in 1933, and first made its name in the 1930s as a producer of cameras. It became associated with high levels of innovation and product development, and in 1964, it branched out to produce the Canola 130, the world's first 10-key electronic calculator. Has anyone seen Canola before? Anyone? So they actually came up with Canola. That was a like a calculator developed by these people. Okay, so it was the first 10-key electronic calculator. Okay, Canola, sorry, not Canola. I'll show it to you. Wait, I'm going to show it to you. I have the picture actually. So first calculator, electronic calculator, okay, with 10 keys. This is the picture of the Canola. Just click on this please to see the picture of Canola. Jackson, Sandeep, Naeem, Kelvin, Fadi, Farooq and Mohammed. Just see the picture of Canola. Did you see that? Alright. During the 1960s, Canon became a truly international company with exports accounting for 50% of sales. In 1968, the company moved into photocopying. So they were originally not the company which used to make cameras, but they get into that. Okay, they moved into photocopying, and by the mid 1970s, Canon was producing laser prints. Okay, during the 1980s and 90s, as the company continued to innovate, developing high-grade computer systems and more sophisticated. So they develop computer systems and more sophisticated cameras, copiers, and digital imaging systems. So just don't have that image at the back side of your mind that Canon only sells cameras. They are also involved in selling these stuff, as mentioned here. Increasing, the company has focused on developing environmental friendly technologies, producing recyclable copiers and other equipment. So nowadays, most of the companies, they are focused on being green, going green, so that they can preserve nature, because if nature won't be there, the classy companies, the world-class companies, they just make sure it as effectively as they could. Okay, so some companies, they don't know what to use. Okay, and they'll be confused over, like how to deal with the customers. They are getting customers. They always wanted to have more and more customers, but they'll be confused. And there are other companies who know which softwares to install. They might have invested money in installing it, but they don't know how to take the full advantage of it. Okay, so that is going to confuse them. Such as Oaks Park High School in Essex, where Canon has built an advanced ICT network for use by teachers and pupils, are able to build solutions from the ground up. So is it clear what strategic management is? You do a long-term planning, and you are already prepared for the, you are already prepared. Is my voice okay? Are you able to hear me well? And they are all already prepared for the perils or dangers or problems they can face in future. Fine. And they upgrade their technology from time to time. They train their employees continuously. Okay, this is how they meet out with the customer demands, increasing customer demand. Okay, and they keep their customers happy. Now read this page, whatever is there in this page, and then we are going to switch to the next page. Fine. So see, installing something new won't help. If you don't have a staff who understands your new system well, all the efforts will go in vain, right? So you have to train yourself. See, just installing something won't help. Okay, you have to install something. You have to utilize it up to the fullest. Then only you can take the complete advantage of it. Just read this, and then we're going to switch to the next page. Okay, fine. Let's move to the next page. Now, the whole picture. The key to successful information management system is to link together the various components. See, when it comes to a system, it is going to have various components, right? And if you can integrate them well, okay, if you can link them well in a orderly fashion, then only it would be a success. For example, once connected, a central copier replaces a host of desktop printers. Also, within a properly integrated system, staff can access fax services directly from PC. Okay, so this is going to, save time, right? Information management is all about helping people to carry out their daily work in a more streamlined and efficient way. Okay, a well-integrated system will ensure that staff spends less time on contributing, seeking, extracting, retrieving data. Rather, everything will be available to them. Okay, and they can just do their work. Fine. Undertake fewer tasks when handling information. Generate less paper-based data, because they are eco-friendly, so they just make sure that less paper-based data is being produced. Okay, have access to the system that is secure and protect confidentiality whenever necessary. Fine. So these are the actually properties of a good information system. Fine. Management system, where information system is managed well. Clear? Clear? All right. Now let's proceed ahead. All right. Now, let's look at how this can happen with an integrated system. Suppose that a school's business studies teacher Joe urgently needs to order a new textbook that has been published and reviewed. Joe emails the school office to request an electronic copy and order form. Joe completes the electronic order form and emails it to the head of the department for approval. The head of the department having given approval, Joe prints off a paper copy of the order as a record and forwards the electronic document to the school office, which must see all purchasing orders. The school administrator has a query about the exact ISBN number of a book, so contacts Joe via a virtual private network (VPN). The VPN automatically forwards both the documents and the cost. Joe clears up the query and automatically sends a final copy of the order to a printer in the office. Office staffs are able to send off the order electronically to the bookshop and to place copies of the order in the appropriate central electronic and card file. When the book arrives, the information system software can, in a matter of seconds, record the acquisition, make the payment, debit the appropriate account, and update stock records. This is like being fast. She needed a book, she has emailed it to the concerned person, and when the book arrives, the software is capable of, recording it that the book has arrived. It is going to take the payment from the whichever account it is being needed. No man services are involved here. And it even updates the stock record. Okay. If the system was not integrated, every stage in the process would be more complicated and prone to error. Right? For example, Joe would need to make a multiple paper copies of this order, which he could have to personally deliver to his head of department, right, and the school officers for signature. He would have to visit them at a time when they are not busy, right? So this is going to, kill time. And a letter would be to be sent with the order. There is a good chance that at some stage the order would be left waiting for a long period on someone's desk. Okay, but if the system is well integrated, you are not going to face those issues. No one has to go anywhere, for anything. Everything will be done with the system. Will be taken care of by the system, and there will be less errors. And there is a fair chance that important information might be missed or lost in the process, right? In contrast, an integrated system takes out the delay, uncertainty, and waste of resource involved in information handling. Clear? So did you understand why, well integrated system is being required? Because it actually prevents there won't be any delay. If the system is well integrated, there won't be any uncertainty. Everything will be on time, and it will just make sure that there is no waste of resources at the time of information handling. Fine? Is it clear? Okay. Alright, let's move to the next page as we are running short of time. Now, integrated information system. See, what are the elements of an information management system? You must be wondering. Peripherals, black and white and color copiers, laser and bubble jet printers, scanners and faxes. Okay, so these are the parts of the information management system, like copiers, printers, scanners, faxes. Networks would be there, like servers, PC, cables, firewalls. Okay, document management software which supports the product and offers users the ability to scan, file, and retrieve documents while saving value storage space. Okay. As a major provider of these solutions, Canon has played a significant role in helping a range of business and non-business organizations to develop better information management systems. It has also developed a tailored suite of our solutions for the education market. These are designed to keep costs down and minimize teachers' administration time, therefore allowing them to concentrate on their real job. Okay. The aim is to equip educational establishments with a business level. So what they actually sell exactly? This in terms of ICT systems, the Canon people, they actually, when it comes to an education establishment like school, okay, they just provide them with a business level ICT infrastructure that no time is being wasted and teacher can just focus on like teaching kids. That only meets the organization's own needs but also contributes to producing the workforce of the future. With such a system, schools are able to enhance their students' ability to learn. Okay, because system will be there, so obviously it will be available for the like kids too, and they'll get more time to learn, practice, okay, through information systems, because bulk of data is available on the internet. For example, with the right infrastructure in place, a student can access the school's website remotely from home also, right? To help with their homework, right? This site could even contain notes to assist carers in supporting the learning experience. Is it clear? Is this much clear? Any questions? Anyone out there? Okay. Now, let's go to the conclusion of this. Sophisticated information and communication technology systems contribute to the efficient running of organizations. But even if the, if the system is of high quality, and if you don't know how to use it fully, it would go in vain, or the efforts are going to go in vain. An integrated system such as one outlined above enables all of the separate parts of the organization to pull in the same direction, right? If all the separate parts are obviously, if there are 100 employees in an organization and they are working for a particular goal, okay, without fail, the organization is going to do well. Similar is applicable to ICTs as well. If all the parts of a system are working in one direction, obviously the results will be good. Canon has a long history of providing appropriate technological systems to businesses. The company is now helping educational organizations to operate in a business-like way, okay, by developing the strategically focused information system. So as of now, you had this image at the backside of your mind for Canon, that they sell cameras. But they also, they also come up with the ICT solutions for, various organizations, hospitals, schools, fine, and they sell the components of ICT systems as well. Clear? Is it clear what they sell exactly? What do they do exactly? Any questions? Anyone out there? We are done with this. It's time to wrap up with the class. It's time to wrap up the class. So if you have any questions for me, just ask me here in the chat box. Now, we are done for today. Tomorrow we are going to continue with the unit 2 as we were doing in the last class. Okay, don't forget to fill the feedback form, which we are going to get at the end of the class. Fine. And just put genuine comments there. And if you want me to cover something specific in class, you can even put that in the feedback form. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye. Take care.